I can phone these fuckers back and not get told off by my boss. Ian, when they put the phone down, that means they don't want to talk to you anymore. Please don't phone them up. We could get done. That's what they say. I hate that when someone has a go at me, then hangs up.
You are through to the PlusNet mobile voicemail because the person you have called is
a chicken.
Or a child. I think they're a child.
Well, it makes it easier to destroy them. Your mum. Right, now.
You've been hanging out on Twitch too much.
I don't hang out on Twitch. People don't hang out there. It's for gaming.
Just chatting.
Just chatting. Just chatting. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, this is getting on my nerves now. Well, because it's a phone-in show. I can't do it.
Who's down the rabbit hole? Who's that?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
What would you like to say? Do you need help?
I'm 5 years old.
You're making a baby's noise. What? Say it again.
Yeah.
Hello.
You asked for that thing.
Yeah, my...
Stitched you right off.
No.
Oh, we're phoning them back. Oh, we're phoning the child. Okay.
I'm not having it. Yeah, I think you'll find that my mum's in a wheelchair, so that's actually quite a distasteful comment you've made there. You've made me really sad, so I'd like you to apologise,
Oh,
please.
sorry.
There you go.
I apologize.
I accept it, thank you. And that's how we sort out trolling. That is how we sort out trolling. For goodness sakes. We killed. You
killed a thing. You ploughed it down.
Oh, right. Okay, let's start with the good news, right? The deer that I rescued got released 3 weeks ago. You're welcome.
Is that true?
I expected around the...
Is that true, though?
Oh, no.
Or did they take it to the farm?
No, the deer...
You sure?
I say...
the evidence. Do you say photo or it didn't happen?
I believe Colin, who runs it, because he's good friends with Tony Hadley, as he keeps telling me. He's a really nice guy, Colin, that runs it. He kept telling my kids, of course, when Tony Hadley comes round to it, I said, mate, they're 6 and 9. They've got no idea who Tony Hadley is. And just to clarify, I got the ages of one of my children wrong there. One of them is 8. But they're going to be it's their birthday's coming soon, and I kind of...
Stop counting.
Stop counting, yeah.
Yes,
they are, hang on a minute, let me work it out. There's something like...
a bit older.
I'm trying to do it in months.
Okay.
What age do you stop doing months? They're 27 months. Well, fuck off. No, that's good. This is kid again. No. Yeah, go on. Last one.
I'm a celebrity.
Sorry, was I on it?
Yes.
Yes, I was, and I'm what made that series so memorable.
I thought you were really good. I thought you were my favorite.
Is this you? Is this you doing a voice so that you sound different from the last call? Because the voice...
I just wanted to ask you a question.
Go on then. Go on.
Thank you. No, that was it.
That was
Thank
it?
you.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks for calling. It's nice to talk to you. Thank you. That was nice. Okay, fine. So the deer I rescued got released back into the wild. I saved their life. Now that means I'm entitled to claim one back. And we did. We were having fun driving, right? Because Kath was doing our makeup in the car, so I kept doing emergency stops.
You took my eye out.
On the motorway. And I kept doing emergency stops. It was funny. And it was that thing where you do it like 3 or 4 times and it's funny, and then it stops being funny. But by the time you get to like the 18th and the 19th time, it's funny again. So we did, doing a lot of, please don't do it, I won't do it again. It's like funny. And then we're going up this hill and we were chatting, and then a bird smashed into the windscreen.
But it was a real low flyer. It wasn't even like across the windscreen. It was across the front of the grille, wasn't it, the car?
No.
Yeah, it was a low one. It was like it was chasing something.
Why are you now? You're like that.
I'm not.
Then why did
I don't think you were paying attention, which is why you did it.
it hit the window?
Hello, love, we're live.
Never. It hit the
Just fancy starting early.
Fuck off! It hit the... Then how did you see what colour
So,
it was?
but you take your time.
we saw it from a mile.
I just felt really fancied starting early. Hurt myself quite badly on the cooker.
Apologies for my language.
When I was cooking.
Apologies for my language. This is untrue. It hit the window. I've still got the dust on the window because the birds have got the.
Yeah, I just kicked biggest in the head.
Because birds have got.
He's getting on my nerves. No, I just was faffing and he got in the way, and you know, as happens with cats.
I think it didn't hit the window. This is Rashomon, isn't it? Rashomon. I'm doing a very. Anyone
should
get
watch
the reference to
Rashomon.
Rashomon? Elton?
Great film. Great film.
Roger, thank you. Roger, would you like to explain it?
Roger's going to explain Rashomon. I don't know what you miss us for. We're here every bloody night. You miss us
So
for
Roger
here every
knows.
bloody night.
Well, I'm not sure if he does actually.
Can you turn the upstairs light off and the outstairs light, please?
So, yes, something happens. But like,
I know you can hear me, Matty. Of course I know you can hear me. I'm a professional.
Coffee, then now. Now you're
Decaf.
talking. It's all good. My attempts at a nap were...
I know. This is why I want to start. Oh, Retro Faith here. Yeah, big up Retro Faith. That's why I wanted to start early. Right, let's Shigeru Miyamoto. No, Shigeru Miyamoto. Hang on.
samurai. Sorry? Beg your pardon? Who's heckling at the...
I'm not rude when I'm on stage. What time does the show start? I'll tell you what time the show starts, kid.
Excuse me, big boy.
Starts now, baby boys. Here we go. Yes, we're going to get some phone calls. We're going to get some vibes. Yes. Two lost lands, hold hand, find a man, understand. He's a daddy, son of Sam, and he found a lot of pain. Dark words overheard, nipple twist, rock bone, dig a gun, mean, leave a good bird alive in a made of fire. Take me, can you hear it? We are on our way. I've been myself today.
That's the acolyte way.
Here we go. Answer phone message. Hello? That was quiet. Let's hear that again.
God, I like a steak. Bush racket.
We missed it. It's really quiet. Let's hear that again. Here we go.
Who's this?
If you don't mind calling back.
I didn't understand a word.
Don't mind calling me back, Ian.
Oh, I'll call you back. That's a strange name. Oh, welcome. Paul B&B, thank you so much for the subscription. Why are the lights?
It looks bizarre.
Did I buy this book on stream? Because I don't know why.
I know what this is. These are too bright at the back.
Okay, because I don't normally do these lights.
No. I know what's going on.
We're going to welcome to the show. I burnt myself. Let me get... Oh,
I burn myself. I want you to burn me.
Oh.
There we go.
It's just been one of those days, and I just want to get in. I want to perform. I want to be with my friends. I want to talk. There we go. So this is the burn. I just did this like. How do I make it? I put my hand in shot.
Put it behind what you want to focus on. Come here. Maybe it's because I'm...
Hang on, if we do it on the full shot. Here we go. Not that. Look at the skin blistering.
Nasty.
Flipping arch on. Look at my hair. I love my hair. I love my boys. I love my life. I love my best mate who is sat outside and he won't come in until she goes.
Greetings, everyone. Rude. Hurtful and rude.
I love myself. I want donuts.
Daft Apeth. I like that.
Namaste. Welcome to the show. The show is starting early because we can just do that, right? It's been a frantic evening. The boys haven't washed for 2 days.
Haven't they?
No.
Is that all?
They've showered now. They have showered. They smell wonderful. Didn't like any of the food I cooked for their tea, despite the fact I was told that those were the pies they liked. I was told. I know for a fact, Tyringham, thank you. I know for a fact they like onion rings because they always tell me whenever I say, oh, do you fancy onion rings? Oh, I love onion rings. Didn't eat any of them. You had enough to eat? Yeah, fine. You sure? I'm quite hungry. Okay, I'll make you a fried cheese sandwich. Right.
Poor mate.
And then I said, right, we're going up for a shower and running around. I'm so tired tonight. I am so tired. And the question I wanted to ask you, Catherine.
Yeah.
Oh, look how close we are to our follower goal.
Nowhere bloody near.
Now, the buzzer started when you leant over. What? The buzz? Can you close that computer for a second? It's not that. No. Buzz started. Can you hear the buzz? Can you hear the buzz? Yeah, look, there's the buzz. There's the buzz in a visual form. Where does that come from?
Where'd that buzz come from? That buzz appeared briefly when you went upstairs yesterday.
It's gone. There's cables touching electric cables. So I've really... This is what I wanted to ask you. How the fudge... And I really want to stop swearing, except for like comic effect. So like, you know...
All the time, yeah.
How the... if I turn the phone... How the fudge do you do this every freaking day?
Do you remember when you first had babies?
Yes.
And you get to a stage where you're not really awake all the time.
Thank you, Leslie.
You're kind of just in a general fog of tiredness.
Yeah.
That's where I've been living for the past 12 years.
Okay.
Never came out of it. Never.
You should get divorced and have your kids for some of the time.
I would get a rest.
You don't get arrested. Loads of people get divorced. It's not illegal.
No, what I'm saying is I would get arrested if that were the case.
Arrest. Sorry, they said arrested.
But it would be tricky.
I love my boys, and this is the first kind of week. They're going back tomorrow night. This is the first week I've had them homeschooling. I've had them for like 2 days, 3 days, but not the whole week.
Yeah.
And they're so brilliant. You know, they're really giving it. You know, about 45%. And that's enough.
It's nearly half term. They'll be doing that at school.
That is enough. And, you know, and they were upset about something. Like I said, do you know, will you get in trouble if you don't get it done? No. I said, well, I'm not going to tell you what. It's fine. You can't do it. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. My eldest, 12 years old, it's a funny name, I know, but she yesterday had to do PE in the garden, right?
Yeah.
Was it yesterday? No, day before yesterday when it was snowing.
Yeah.
And she said, I'm just going to get my coat on. I said, why? She goes, I've got to do laps of the garden. I went, you haven't got to do laps of the garden.
No.
You haven't? Well, I've got to do something, she said. I said, well, we can go out for a walk or something. Bumlick went and did laps of the garden. But I said to her, she didn't need to. I think that's a bit much.
We did PE in the living room today, and I joined in, and it was live PE.
Oh.
Normally it's pre-rec, and it was live, and so I typed in the chat, my youngest son's dad is doing this, and he went, oh, don't say that. And then I got a shout out by the teachers, no, I'm famous again. Oh, stop it. They did a brilliant job, but it's so tiring, and I haven't got an hour-long drive after this. After this, I go up to bed. I listened to a bit of Bezic last night. I was on the net for a bit, looking at bits and pieces for the new studio.
Yeah.
By the way, the camera's arrived.
Has it?
Not even got it out of the box yet.
This is the golden moment.
The camera has arrived. Why are you over there a bit? I
feel like I'm a bit not right. I know I'm not right, but...
Wait, focus is on that back. I don't really care. So it was Chico Arnaz, Tyringham and Woodeye. It's tiring. It really is tiring. And I didn't have a doze today. I didn't have a doze today. I had a little close my eyes on the sofa for 10 minutes, pretending I was watching a Bob Dylan documentary. But I didn't have a doze. Oh, that really burns. But instead, we went for a 10-minute bike ride up to the park, played in the park for half an hour, rode back.
That's great.
And it was a beautiful day. It was fresh. It was crisp. It was sunny. Then spent an hour Then I had a bath. I had a 40-minute bath, so I had a bit of privacy. Listened to some Bezic. Got a great Bezic call for you
What
tonight.
you mean they don't trouble you when you're in the bath?
When I tell them to leave me, it's the cats that come and trouble me in the bath now.
Okay.
The cats walk around the edge of the bath.
How
and
do you
across
do
the
that?
thing.
How do you?
I just say, I don't want to see you.
Okay.
Go and play Fortnite. Here's some V-Bucks.
I see. Right.
Then I spent an hour trying to get Minecraft to work in VR. It's very complicated, and I couldn't do it. And then I just thought, we're going to finish a little bit early because I've got college tomorrow.
School
This
day.
is my first college with the boys here. We're going to see how it's a slightly different day actually on college. It's not quite as tricky as it would have been last week. And could do an unboxing on stream. We'll get the camera out on stream in a bit. You all paid for it. I suppose you could borrow it if you wanted it. This is going to be for the new studio, which we're calling the Isabel Wing. The Isabel Wing, after one of our donators. And so thank you for that. Thank you. And good news on the VPN thing as well. We'll talk about that later on. So and then they go tomorrow night, but then Friday I've got to take the car in for an MOT.
Oh God.
8 o'clock has got to be in. But I've got the weekend to myself, and I want to watch Tim Robbins movies. So all I'm going to do all weekend and play some video games. That's all I'm going to do, and set up the new studio, the Isabel Wing.
Well, this weekend, because the cavalry will be at home and having the children, I'm going to go and pump my tyres up.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up.
That's my big plan. And I may get half an hour by myself to do that. Although definitely the little one will try and tag along. Can I come with you? She didn't want me to come to work today. I think the longer they are spending at home with me, the more attached she's getting in particular.
She's struggling a bit.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, we didn't do her problems yesterday. We'll do that. She's struggling a bit, isn't she, at the moment?
Yeah, this last couple of weeks. And I know it's towards the end of term, and the smaller ones do tend to go a little bit feral towards the end of term, don't they? Because they go a bit nuts. But she has been really kind of sensitive and emotional, bursting into tears. What's the matter? Oh, I've dropped my pencil. Oh, I can't find it. It's like there's a million other pencils here. It's that kind of stuff. And of course, the way my parents would have handled it was, don't be so silly, you've got loads of pencils. But I realise that this is like the outer limit of her experience, and it's weird time.
So you slapped her and told her to man up?
To be honest, I'm feeling a bit sad about pencils as well at the moment. So, a 9-year-old, how on earth does she verbalise? She says to me things like, I don't know why I feel sad, I just feel sad. And I went, do you know what?
Oh, amazing. She can say that, though.
Everyone feels sad.
Isn't that amazing? She can say that.
Yeah.
I could never say that as a kid.
No. So last weekend I took her for a burn up on the scooter. She loved that. And I'm just trying to build in little things, little bright spots in the week.
Yeah.
And also to try and make sure, because she's not got her own phone. Her sister's got a phone because she's 12. She hasn't got her own phone. So she's not connected with her friends all the time the way that her sister is. So she's feeling lonely. That's why she's getting more attached to me.
It's
But you've noticed that as well, actually, thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm getting way more attached to you. But then the thing to remember is it's also tough on us as parents. Lockdown, COVID, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Did you hear the thing that was slipped out today? I think it was today in PMQs. He just slipped out. No one's picked up on it, right? About revaccinating people in the autumn because of all of these new strains. He just slipped it out. The possibility of revaccinating in the autumn because of the new strains.
Right.
Just slipped it out. No one picked up on it.
So is it going to end up being like the flu in that certain members of society are encouraged to go every year and get it done?
Yep.
Or
less.
less.
Or twice a year, it would seem. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Just snuck out. Because when we introduced revac, I don't know exactly what his wording was, but he said it, and no one went, what? Sorry, excuse me? Hey, what? New World Order who?
What?
What's that noise?
Yeah, there's like a whoosh.
So I can't be bothered. And
It's your washing machine.
no, there's a electric whistle somewhere coming from here. I need to do all these wires. So I'm tired. I'm really tired.
Yeah.
And I just thought, I have got nothing for the show tonight. And so I thought, well, let's start early. If you just do something slightly different, that can bring something up. And then I also thought, actually, let's let's just take it kind of slow at the start. Would you please paint my nails
Yes.
on stream for me?
Oh, what are we going for today, sir? It's called
The Hoe.
Dive Bar.
Oh, yes.
SE Dive Bar.
Now, we should have... this camera may be set up already, and if it is, we're going to have...
I should have brought my lovely... I've got like a hand cushion.
There we go. Right, so we're going to go... I just want to get that, so I'm going to copy that. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that all the way up to the top. All the way up to the top. We're going to paste that. Oh, there's the full hand. And we're just going to...
The full hand.
Hang on. That's Catherine. Video capture. And we're just going to... We're going to see that happening live. Live.
We are.
I don't want to cover the follower count because that could... I just got a feeling tonight's going to be the night that it really takes off. So you're going to see live.
I'm going to see it. Pass us your glasses case, please, and we'll drape your fingers over that. There we go. This is a really good colour.
0203. So let's just take it chilled for a bit, right? Just take it nice and chilled. 0203. Thank you for doing this, by the way. I just thought we'd just do it nice and relaxed. Oh, she bolted it up. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you can Skype from anywhere in the world, TLNA. You may notice we've got a donation box up there. Well, that's because you've paid for a new studio. Thank you. Last one for this week is we want to get a PO box so that you can write to us, send us postcards, send us letters, maybe send us your inventions or your art. I'd love to do like oh, that's Gary Glitter. That really is Gary Glitter. I'd love to do and that's what we're going to play a call from Bezic in a minute. Thank you, Slingshot. Thank you for the bits.
Oh,
there we go.
I've just had a flash of inspiration.
Yes. If you say the gallery from Take Heart, that's what I've been trying to say for the last 2 minutes.
I was about to say the gallery.
I've been trying to say that. So you've not had inspiration. I've basically set you up.
Well, either that or we've been working together too long.
Well, no. Also, I think I mentioned it the other day.
Did you? I wasn't paying attention.
How do you want me? Where's good for me?
Well, I'm thinking more of the viewer.
Screw those guys. We're even earlier.
So, well, for me, it would be easier if you did on the side, but it doesn't matter. Put your hand a bit more.
While this is going on, we've got a great Bezic call. I think it was from last night, but in my head, I'm not so sure.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, and I meant to say as well, I managed to get a look at that Britney documentary today.
Okay, do you want to say it on microphone so they can hear you?
Well, I'm a bit busy.
Well, you can move the microphone in front of you. That's the thing. You can pull it closer. Come a little bit closer,
This is why I was a beauty school dropout. Right, so I saw that Britney documentary today.
Go on, you talk about that.
You
tell us about that, girl.
It turns out we're all shits.
Yep.
We've ruined that woman's life.
Yep.
With help, a little help from people close to her that should know better. But I was thinking about it, and thank God she wasn't around. She didn't have a Twitter account when she was having her problems.
Well, a lot of us laughed. I laughed. I probably made jokes about it on the 11 o'clock show.
She was on the American version of Family Fortunes as a punchline. What has Britney Spears lost this year?
Her mind.
Well, that was one of the answers.
Yeah.
Her mind, her hair, her husband.
Wowzers. With the black guy, I like him.
No, different fella.
Oh, I like that fella. We always call him Steve, and I can't remember why.
Yeah, no, different fella. But it went mainstream. The mockery of her. Jay Leno, what an arse. But we all did it.
Richard's asking what is the Britney documentary.
It's out on Hulu, I think.
Well, allow me to introduce you to our other sponsor in a minute.
It's out on Hulu, but if you do a little research, you'll be able to find it. And it's, I think it's a New York Times backed thing, and it's incredible. It's called Framing Britney Spears. It's basically about the build up to the conservatorship that her dad had taken over. So her dad used to look after all her money and all her personal matters. Like, she couldn't see anyone without their say-so. And that started in 2008 and is still in place now. So she's not allowed to see her children without their say-so. She's got no control over
Dave, send us an email. David Turner, send us an email. Let's talk.
Other hand players. Just incredible. But I was thinking about, the pressure she was under from a really young age without Twitter, and how I think maybe a lot of the papers have got less sneery, apart from one obvious one, I think, or two obvious ones, about mental health and the like. But Twitter's taken over where that left us, hasn't it?
I remember when the Mail, I got a call from my agent, not the Mail, the Mirror. Call from my agent saying, the Mirror going to run a story about your marriage coming to an end. And they're running it tomorrow. This is how these things happen. They're running it tomorrow. It's happening. Can't stop it. But they would love you to, they'd like to get a line from you. And they said it could be a really good chance to promote mental health. And I said, right, well, if they want to promote mental health, don't tell them not to run the story. Because I don't want that in the papers. He said, okay.
Are these the same people that turned up at your in-laws?
It wasn't. I think they were the son that turned up, but this was a little bit after that, and they ran the story. Of course, they ran the story, but that line. They're going to run this story. They'd like a line from you, and they said it could be really good for you to promote mental health. I said, well, if you want to promote mental health, especially mine, don't run that story. That was the Mirror.
Yeah, but that stuff will wash with someone who's new to the business. But that is flim-flam, I believe, is the polite word for it.
But I have to be. I made terrible jokes on the 11 o'clock show and beyond about people's mental health and addiction and stuff like that. I did. And
yeah, but the 90s and the early noughties, it was kind of. It was the era of like American Pie, saying the unsayable, absolutely, trying to gross people out as much as possible and being as cruel as possible. And that was apparently clever and funny.
Katie says, idiots, all they print of you, Ian, is a load of rubbish that wouldn't be true. It was all true.
But
didn't want it printed.
How interesting it is that someone's getting divorced.
Evening, Ollie. You can give us a call. It'd be a bit tricky to answer because I can get my nails done. I don't feel confident enough to do it myself. 0203 286 6370. Retro Faith is here. Hey, Retro Faith. We started early. Let's just want to kind of. I've got nothing for you. I'm spent. So we thought we'd just do a slightly chilled show. I want to play you a great call.
Oh, we should have pressed play on that before I started.
It's a great call. When we swap hands, I'd do it.
Yeah, because I'm going to need another coat on that bad boy.
Right. So I seem to remember it was 1 hour and 11 minutes in. Oh, I'm age 16, all right, yes.
Yeah. I'm in my late
chopped ham with pork.
late 20s.
So, here's the question
really
again.
late.
The answer again.
God, that's not very fucking nice, is it?
Oh, well, there we go.
It's a punchline.
Okay, well, here we go. That was the end of the call. So that's the punchline. Pretend you haven't heard that.
It is. And I think in some areas they're now down to group 4.
So it's about Gary Glitter getting the vaccine. All right, you actually heard the punchline.
Late night phone in. Call 0800 218 2255. BBC Radio Manchester and BBC Radio Lancashire.
Frazzle sandwiches.
Well, that'd be dry, wouldn't it? Frazzle sandwich.
Do you think in the 1950s West Ham was known as West Spam? Probably not. What do you remember? What was that other one?
The Smiths. That's the Smiths. That's a hell of a question to go in with.
What's that?
That's a hell of a question to go in with to Retro Faith. You can help out a bit, Faith. Have you ever faced discrimination on Twitch? I know meant with good intent, but that's a hell of a question to go. I would suggest that is a hell of a question to go in with. It's to do with a call that we had yesterday.
Yeah, but Faith doesn't know that.
No.
It's like saying.
I know it's meant with good intention. I know, but that's.
It's ham-fisted.
That's ham-fisted. Right, let's carry on.
Here, you're a woman. If you've got painful periods.
Here we go. Right.
Kid on the advert. Oh, that was it.
Yes. Good evening.
Oh, hang on. Plum Rose.
Sorry, Faith. How patronising of me to speak up. She has spoken herself. Yes, all the time. I get lots of silly questions.
Plum Rose chopped ham with pork. It was a brilliant advert.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it made me laugh.
Here we go.
But everything did in those days.
This is a long one.
John.
But it's great.
Get your thumb handy.
I'll do Alan.
I'll do Alan.
Don't you scuff those
What do
bad
you want
boys.
to talk about, John?
Yeah, 3 topics, actually, please, mate. Quick one there. they're on about the vaccination there. So is it over 60s or over 50s?
This is so great.
Depends which country you're in, but
England's here now.
Yeah, the schedule, if you like, is that they started, as you know, with the elderly wrinklies, and
they're great, man.
I think in some areas they're now down to group 4, which is why the government, that's not the security firm, which is why the government have now said if you're over 70 and you've not been offered a vaccine, then get in touch and we'll sort one out for you. And I suppose next will be the over 65s.
There we go.
Oh, fantastic. Well, you just answered it for me then, because my dad's 64 there. He's got heart problems. Like I told you, when I spoke to you before, I've got heart failure myself.
Heart failure.
So we're pretty vulnerable, wouldn't you say so?
No, I don't know. I mean, yes, I suppose in a way you must be.
Yeah, right. So, like I say, my dad's not had no notification towards it from any doctors or anybody, the surgery or anything.
Well, I mentioned this to you last time, I think, but if I didn't, I should have done. The people who are extremely clinically vulnerable, then that's not just someone who's had a heart attack, that's someone who's at death's door, and you're not. So extremely vulnerable. Pardon?
I've got heart failure.
Well, you're talking to me right now. So at the moment, you've not failed. So it will be a decision made by clinicians as to what is extremely clinically vulnerable. And that is the group that is shielding. Are you shielding?
Well, I have been doing, but I have to go out and get some food.
So no.
No matter what.
Listen, let me ask the question again. Are you in the category that is required to shield? Have you been told
Can we
to
block
shield?
7 counties, please?
I'm not being told nothing off nobody, Alan.
Can we ban 7 counties?
So you're not in the shielding.
That's a ban, thank you, Lance. Thank you.
I can answer the question now. I've got some more information. In category 4, which is the 70 plus, included in that category are people who are extremely clinically vulnerable, also known as the shielding group. The next group.
This is quite a long one, but it's worth it. It's a joy.
Group 5, obviously. All those are 65 years of age.
Can I interrupt you there? What group do you come in then?
I come in the 70 plus, but for that I'd be in England.
Have you had yours yet then?
Say again?
Have you had your jab?
No, I don't live in England, which is why I distinguished between England and the other parts of the UK. Do you want me to carry on with this, or do you want to carry on with this, or do you want to know me personally? Because
No. We already know. Go on.
Okay, so
was just a noise, wasn't it?
as I was saying, Group 4 was the 70 years of age and people who are extremely clinically vulnerable. Those are known as the shielding group. Group 5, which is all those over 65. Group 5. Group 6 is all those who are 16 years and above and have underlying health conditions.
Yeah.
That's
That one's
you.
terrible.
And your dad. Did you say your dad was 64?
Try not to do it backwards.
Yeah.
So that-
64, yeah, he's got bad health.
So that's you and your dad. So
Ruby Ring.
number 6 is people who have underlying health conditions. It's illnesses such as chronic respiratory disease, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, cystic fibrosis, severe asthma, chronic heart disease and vascular disease, chronic kidney disease, chronic liver disease. No, it doesn't. I was reading them and you'd have found out if you'd have waited another 2 goes, but never mind. No, it doesn't is the answer.
I'm going to ask you. Alan.
What?
Is this people...
That for me is it. This is a slow one. We're having a slow start. We shouldn't even start yet. That for me is the moment. Alan.
What?
There we go. Alan. What?
Liver disease. No, it doesn't. I was reading them and you'd have found out if you'd have waited another 2 goes, but never mind. No, it doesn't is the answer.
I'm going to ask you. Alan.
What?
Is this people there with severe asthma problems then?
And have you got severe asthma?
Might see a baby made.
I used to have asthma when I was a kid, yeah.
So you've not got severe asthma now?
No.
Not at this present time, no, but...
I mean, if it had said ingrowing toenails, I wouldn't have qualified, even though I had one when I was 10.
Chicken pox. Not now.
It's what you've got now that counts, really, rather than what happened to you.
Yourself in the people, sorry, when do you think in yourself there you're going to get this jab?
This isn't Gary Glitter.
I don't know
Isn't it?
when I'll...
Did you have it, though?
Do you want me to answer the question before you ask the next one or not?
Here we go.
Sorry, carry on.
I know you're in a hurry. You're at death's door. You want to get it all in before you're dead. So, here's the question again. The answer again.
God, that's not very fucking nice, is it?
Don't use that language with me. Good night.
What was they called? When did the Gary Glitter story come out? Monday.
Well, I saw it yesterday, but only because you showed me.
When did the Gary Glitter... does anyone know? Jimbo is our go-to man. Does anyone know there was a call... No, it was this episode, because I listened to a bit of it in the bath.
Oh, you've smudged him, you bugger.
What have I done? Oh, you've
I never did that. You've done that.
Okay. Okay, well, can you fix it?
Why I bother?
Anyway, you get the idea. You get the idea. Bezik's having a lot of fun there. 0203 286 6370. It's a nice, gentle show tonight,
The thing is about that show, Alan Bezic, right? He's just saying it now. He's done years and
Jimbo's
years
here.
of playing
Hello,
it safe and trying to please the management. He's just saying it.
What's great about his show is every show sounds like it's his last show and he knows it. The Gary Glitter.
Come here.
There was a call about Gary Glitter. There was a couple of calls and I can't remember.
Right, now, be careful. And this will come off when you wash your hands. Actually,
When I do what?
Scratch off. When you wash your hands after you've been through a
No, Kate, there was a call before that. Is he the one who didn't think Glitter should get the vaccine and then by the end is saying he should get the vaccine? No, there was the call that probably... It doesn't matter. 0203 286 6370 is the phone number. This is the Late Night Alternative. My name is Ian Lee. This is Catherine Boyle.
Hi.
We is the only phone-in show on Twitch. The phone calls have been a bit quiet on the phones recently. Thank you, Crazy X. So we're thinking of maybe like having a month where we just ditch the phones and just us chat and watch stuff, because the phone calls have been... We've had hardly any this week. We had a great week the week before we got banned.
Yeah.
And but we've had hardly any, so maybe we're thinking of maybe just ditching the phone calls and just being two cool guys chatting. Two cool guys chatting. So if you want to keep the phones going, you got to give us a call. 0203 286 6370. Some good news. We are working with Surfshark.
Yeah.
VPN. David said, I listened for the first time the other night. He was saying, if you're a new listener, why am I saying that? I never get any new listeners.
Little does he know, he's getting loads.
Tom says, did I miss another ban or was it the Willy one? No, it was Bums this time. Yeah. And it'll be fannies that get us the chop forever. So we've
done the back, now we've done the front.
So we're working with Surfshark, VPN, and we had to sell 10 of their VPNs in a week to get a full month of advertising.
Yeah.
And that week ended today. Last night was and we had to sell 10. I can't actually remember how many we've sold.
20 something.
Not sure why, David. The emails to get you the you know what that's for. I'm going to send you a link. I'm going to send you a link. All the way down here. We got to sell 10, and we have sold 34. 34. That means we got to sell 26, and we get $1,000 bonus. So why don't you get a VPN? I used it today, and I'm going to tell you what I used it for: to watch American Netflix. Well, well, let me just. I was going to use American Netflix, and then I managed to get onto American Netflix. It's the same crap we've got over here, just in a slightly different order. So, and then I went to Japanese Netflix. It's all cartoons and Japanese programs.
Is it now?
Yeah. So then I stopped. I might go to Mexican Netflix tomorrow. No, I'm going to send you the Britney Spears thing. So, if we sell 24 more of these, thank you, Jenna. Thank you, everyone who's bought one. It's great. It is. Well, I'll tell you how much it is. We don't even need to advertise it now. We can take it easy for a bit. You get 83% off, and you get 3 months absolutely free. Surfshark.deal/DLNA. Surfshark.deal/DLNA. Surfshark.deal/DLNA.
So, apart from shielding your IP address, so you could be anywhere in the world, right? Giving you access to websites you might not necessarily get access to otherwise. It's also great for security. So, if you're doing your internet banking, it gives you another layer of security there.
American Netflix.
It scuppers the trackers.
American Disney Plus.
And what
American
else?
Amazon Prime.
Ads, all that sort of stuff. It's got loads of extra benefits as well.
Japanese Netflix.
Have a look at their website because it sort of lays it all out.
Brazilian Netflix. A lot of those Brazilian soaps are on there. Why would you not? 24 more, we get $1,000 bonus. These are our salad days. I don't even like salad, but I'm chowing down. I'm chowing down on the salad. 0203286637 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you'd be very welcome. But if we don't get enough calls, we're going to stop taking calls. It's as simple as that.
We should be doing it in a different way. We should be doing it like Spendlove and saying,
"Oh, that's Spendlove."
When I started
clip.
out, should we play it?
I don't know where I've. It should be on here, but I don't know where it will be, and I don't know if it's on a memory card. Why don't you tell them?
Right. So this is a guy, a bit like Alan Bezic, who's been working at a BBC local radio station forever, and he was like part of the furniture. Elder statesman of the station, kind of,
When he got the boot the first time, the Queen Mum wrote a letter saying that he had to stay on.
So, he had a very loyal following, people who'd grown old with him. I was going to say grown up, but they'd grown old with him. And he was kind of, again, sort of lots of bluff and bluster. But he used to talk to people who hadn't spoken to anyone all day long. So he became part of the furniture, didn't he?
I can't get into my iTunes.
Anyway, so one night he takes to the airwaves and he's flipping furious. And he said, when I first started this programme, people were ringing up. She couldn't write him down fast enough. She not mentioned the producer, obviously, but who was obviously, when they first started out, pre-computers, was writing them in a book. And actually, I remember those times, right? She couldn't get them down fast enough. Since the arrival of emails, I'm getting half as many phone calls. What I'm saying is, this is a waste of my time, and if it continues, I should be chucking it in.
Yeah.
But the way he did it was like telling people off for writing him emails.
Oh, hang on. I can't log into my...
No,
I don't really use this computer anymore.
For iTunes.
Nice chilled show tonight. You may start at 8, Gatford. We start whenever the muse is tickling my balls. And let's just...
Doesn't matter. I've kind of done it. Yeah. But yeah, absolutely livid, berating the audience. Berating the audience, imagine. I mean, I know you berate the audience, but...
But my audience are tosspots.
These are like old ladies.
He would do things as well where... hello, Richard. I just want to say, if anybody remembers from just after the war, a lady called Margaret Hodgson. My name is Emily Rhodes, and my mum used to know her mum. And I was wondering if I could give out my number to see if she could... See if she knows it. Okay, well, you go.
You let her do it.
And they would give out... Old women would give out their mobile phone numbers. It was the weirdest thing ever.
The bits I remember are him not listening. So people would say things like, "Oh, how you doing, love? Oh, terrible. I've got my leg's gone gammy, and I can't eat properly. I can't keep anything down. I've had a terrible week. Good. Thanks for phoning."
Gatford, one of our mods, said it would have been nice to have her head up. We told the important mods.
Didn't even tell me, Gatford. So
Yeah, it was started by the time she came in. The boys are going, is Catherine not coming?
Yeah. Honestly, I came through the front door, put my bag down, realised we were on.
Hang on a minute. I want to find the thing now. That's Patty being mauled. Tidy, being tidy.
I think that's probably cat swears.
There we go. Photos, rabbit hole. What was it called, that show?
Ian Lee versus Radio.
Owl
Is it
attack.
under
Look, there's all my stuff about the owl attack.
God, that was a terrible business, wasn't it?
That's a picture from the newspapers with me wearing a neck brace and the caption. Some people didn't believe him. That's a great picture.
That neck brace.
Sending hugs. I had to glue an elderly lady's head after being attacked by a seagull. I was going to do like a show about that, and then I couldn't bother. Photos, radio ideas, retro gamer, record collector.
No.
Arthur Lee.
God, you've got everything in here except
This
what you
is
want.
old. This is really old. This computer. Tour dates, ZX Spectrum. It will be in this. What was it called? Versus.
Yeah.
Radio. It'll be in here somewhere. Yeah. There's the podcast. Who cares? Who cares?
I've done it now. It was quite not a bad passing impression.
Can you do an outside show from the well you fell down? No, because trauma, PTSD is real.
It's real.
PTSD is real. 0203 286 6370 is the phone number. We're gonna have a chilled show tonight because I'm tired. I've got no idea. I've got no ideas. That's the thing. I have absolutely no ideas.
You
anymore? Yeah.
Come on, we've got loads of ideas for this new studio. You've got something blue in your ear roll. Is it? You managed to get nail varnish on your ear roll.
It was lucky it's not on my heart. Anyway, that's life. That's life. I live life. What you see with me. Here's the thing.
And yet you still blamed me for smudging your nails.
Here's the thing.
You see the Ev.
What you see with me. That's what you get.
Yeah, whether you want it or not. Oh no, that sounds bad.
Well, that makes you sound like a rapist.
It does sound like a rapist. What I'm saying is, it's just there.
It was Alan Bezic did use the phrase last night, friendly rape. So it was a tough old show. It was a tough old show last night.
What was the context of that particular gem?
The guy phoned up to agree with the Gary Glitter guy, saying Glitter should not get the vaccine. Paedophiles should not get the vaccine. They shouldn't get any medical treatment. And then Bezic was trying to ascertain which prisoners would get which treatments, and the guy said violent rape, and then Alan said friendly rape, and then he very quickly realised that he'd said something totally OTT and went, if such a thing exists. I mean, do you think such a thing? He knew he'd made a mistake.
Yeah, it's like it's newspaper speak, isn't it? Like when they say someone was brutally beaten, as opposed to gently.
Yeah. It's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. We have had a lot of emails. But we're going to carry on doing the show anyway. But we have been asked.
The chat would drive him nuts. Stop talking to them.
Well, it drove us. That's
talking
us.
To me.
That's us, Catherine, for the first 4 months.
Yeah, well, we got used to it. Haven't we?
We did some very, 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 very funny, very cruel, very wicked, but the heart was in the right place. Prank calls last night, and we had so much. The Jerky Boys are back, very 90s, but brought into a real 21st century vibe.
Me out.
And we have had dozens, and I mean dozens is a minimum of 20. Dozens is a minimum of 24. It's at least 24 emails. Dozens, 1 dozen, 2 dozen, dozens, probably more than that.
Bullshit.
Saying, sorry.
I just had a bit of a sneeze.
Saying, please, Ian, those prank calls were so uncomfortable.
Bless me.
But so funny. Could we have some more?
No. Actually, I did have a DM saying, be a little bit careful with the TOS, because this could be seen as harassment.
Okay, well, let's...
lacking as it did any sort of
Tell
punchline or joke.
Tell me who sent you that DM and I will ban them.
No.
Okay, well, let's look up the word harassment. Let's see what harassment
it's pronounced Harassment.
Harassment.
To rhyme with embarrassment, which is
what
what it is when you
is-
can't pronounce things.
Definition, harassment, legal definition. All right, let's go for this. Using threatening.
Whoa. The systematic and or continued unwanted and annoying actions of one party, including threats and demands.
Okay,
Not exclusively,
whoa.
though.
Hang on. Okay, first sentence.
But you were being...
Continued...
It was unwanted and annoying.
You're missing out all the words that don't fit into your narrative.
I said including that, but not excluding other things.
Continued...
Yep.
And threats and demands, right?
Including...
Did I make any threats or demands?
No, but you were
Right,
annoying.
okay. So I was annoying.
Yeah.
All right, that's one of the words that's in there.
And it was unwanted.
Oh, okay, it's two of the words.
Mm-hmm.
But none of the word is continued, unwanted and annoying.
You continued to talk to them when they wanted to end the phone call.
Continued.
Harassment.
Continued.
You did continue.
I didn't continue. He ended the phone call when he hung up. I ended the phone call the first time. Because I just thought
forgot the joke.
No, I just thought it can't get any funnier than this.
Can't get funny.
We've reached maximum funny.
Okay, well, let's keep it special and not do it again.
Tomorrow,
No.
I'm starting early, and I'm going to give the audience what they want.
I'm imploring you to not.
Okay. But
You did demand the pest control company sort out the boys, so that is threats to your children. So
what? Asking my boys to be quiet?
no, you said
It's
that
threats.
they were pests.
Flipping heck. Right. Flipping heck. Right. Hang on a second. Right. Okay. Hang on a second. This is Savage Bees.
Yeah.
Right. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Right. So you're saying what? That I could go to prison for this, right? Right?
No, I'm
Okay.
saying it does constitute harassment in some forms. It could be argued.
Right.
Certainly was annoying.
Okay. Let's go to Noel's funny phone calls. Right.
Which again, trade
Quite
description
amazing
should
to
have him for
consider
that.
that it was
this-
way back
is this guy in prison?
1975 on the Radio 1 breakfast show that
Radio
I first
1
made
breakfast show?
one of my silly phone calls.
Silly phone
Let's
And now
just
that I've
remember,
had an
this
opportunity
was
to actually have a
1975.
look through the tape archives, I've found that an awful lot
He was
of
ahead
them
of his game.
were actually on the subject of the telephone system itself.
There we go. This is harassment. I just want to play you an
Harassment.
example. We just want to play an example, Your Honour, of harassment. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Fribbins, is the name Fribbins? Yeah. Oh, good morning, post office engineers here.
He's broadcast their flipping surnames. I didn't give any personal information away, and I could have done. No. I could have done. There we go. We continue.
They were
with,
lucky.
We're going to be
we
doing
continue
some
with
work
the
later
harassment.
today in Graham Road. Yeah. We've had some problems.
He said where she lives. He said where she lives. Cribbage in Graham Road.
And of course, you're not allowed to do this on the BBC anymore.
No.
Why?
No.
Why though?
No.
Why though?
Well, you can't give out addresses.
No, but why can't you do prank phone
Do you
calls
remember?
on the BBC anymore?
Because do you remember on Swap Shop they would go? They'd pick like a winner postcard out of the bin and go, okay, yeah, the winner of the Blondie Greatest Hits is Steve Jones, who is 12, and his address is number 46A, Wibbleland Street. And they would read out the full address with the postcode of kids.
You've just read out Steve Jones's address now, but he's older now.
He's much older now. But imagine that. No wonder there was so many paedophiles in the 70s. They were literally advertising them on the BBC. It's Wayfair of the time. It's like you order a $10,000 suitcase and it's got a kid in it.
That was bizarre, that rumour, wasn't it?
We don't know it was true.
We know it was balls.
We don't. I wonder if we can find out. Swap
I
Shop.
bought a rug from Wayfair and a side table. No children involved
Well,
at all.
because you didn't get the Swap Shop competition, right? Because I want them to read out. Oh, there's Blondie.
Yeah.
There's Blondie on Swap Shop. Let's see if they read out.
Well, the lady's here. Hello, Debbie.
Hello, Noel.
Welcome
Well, the lady's here. Hello, Debbie.
to the programme. And who is this strange creature sitting next to you? Chris, hi.
Oh, yeah, hi.
It's Stein, not Steen. Stern, Stone.
That's right. You got
Stein.
it.
Are you always to be seen holding a portable video camera?
No, I put it down when I go to sleep at night.
Do you?
Yes.
Any chance you're going to sleep right now?
Passag.
But Edmonds is famously a shit. My favourite Edmonds memory, right? In the 70s and 80s, we were horrible, okay? There was a guy on TV, on Blue Peter, called Joey Deacon, with very severe physical disabilities, very severe. And it was really, you couldn't really understand what he said, but his friend, Ernie, could understand him, right? And it was on Blue Peter all the time. Still a little bit Mackenzie Crooks material here. And, of course, what we as kids would do the next day was we'd go to school and go, did you see that Joey Deacon on Blue Peter? It really made me think about physical disability and how lucky I am to have. Of course, we did. He called the weakest kid Joey, right? And it became a really horrible thing. And the word, I'm going to say word because it was the word spastic, which doesn't get used now.
1 second. G Master P90, you think people stopped being horrible after the 80s? Lol. Keep laughing. We never said that, but I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
Thank you. And there used to be the Spastic Society, and they changed their name to Scope. I think they became Scope because people, and it was a word that was used all the time.
Do Americans still use that? I've heard it used in the mainstream. People who are otherwise quite
spaz. They use spaz. There was a transformer called that. But Booper, thank you. And it became a word used. People would throw it around all the time. I'll never forget. There was an SOS award show. SOS was Spastics. It was one of the S's was that, and it was an awards thing, right? I can't remember what it stood for. And it was like a big awards thing, and it was like celebrities and stuff. And at the start of it, Noel Edmonds came out, right? It was on telly, and went, "Okay, well, we're here to celebrate, and we're going to do that. But just want to talk to you if you're a child listening to this at home. Some of you have been using the word," and he then bollocked everybody that was watching for doing it in the same tone of which he told the songwriter, of the half of the songwriting team of Blondie, to go to sleep.
He's partial to a good telling off, isn't he? Didn't he do that again quite recently? A telling off on screen.
Well, we know he had a go at our friend because our friend got cancer because he had negative thoughts and energy.
No, there was something he did where he addressed the camera. I can't remember what it was. Go on, anyway. Yeah, he's very passive aggressive, and sometimes just aggressive.
Oh, look at Stein's face.
Is he going to sleep right now?
Yeah, there is a good chance, actually.
Welcome to the programme. How long are you over in this?
Hang on.
You seen holding a portable video camera?
No, I put it down when I go to sleep at night.
Do you?
Yes.
Any chance you're going to sleep right now?
Yeah, there is a good chance, actually.
Welcome to the
his
programme.
bonkers British TV show. That was it. It was him and Carol Malone, and it was having a go at councils for not cleaning wheelie bins or something.
Yeah, that was something else, wasn't it?
That was well, maybe we'll watch some of that in a bit.
Yeah.
How long are you over in this country? Are you spending Christmas over here?
Yes, we'll be here till the end of January.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what questions the kids ask Blondie.
There's no answer to that. Line 1 has got somebody on it. Hang about, we ain't got the rest of the team on.
Hello?
We're on. Who's on 1?
Hello?
Hello?
Richard Selwyn Barnett.
Hello, Richard. Right, you're through to Debbie.
Yeah. Hi, Richard.
What's been the most enjoyable moment in your life?
I don't know if there's any single one moment, but I think probably on stage doing shows is the best time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
And happy Christmas.
Same to you. Yeah?
Yeah,
I believe it.
My God. Sorry, didn't you know? Has your hair always been that colour, Chris?
I know, it's bleached. I bleach one hair
You
at
can
a time.
talk. The difference between Noel's beard and his hair.
Sorry,
real thing.
silly me. Wait, it is Chris.
I want to see them read out. Look, it's like a whole long
I wanted to ask Debbie.
cartoon Satnar.
Have you ever done
Someone knows cartoon Satnar. Cartoon Satnara, sorry, unless dead, is around in the
I'm a
world.
poser, but I never really was a model. No, I never
No,
was.
I think you did some modelling.
Okay.
I think we know. Kate Bush on Swap Shop, look.
Oh, she's lovely.
There we go. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, we don't normally take withheld numbers because they're normally dickheads. Hello? Hello, Brandon.
How are you?
I'm good.
Brilliant.
Do you want to talk to the other person presenting the show, or?
Yeah, oh, hello, Catherine. I've got to say hello.
Hello.
Hope you're having a great day as well.
Thank you.
How may we be of assistance to thee?
Oh, I was just wondering if Nico replied.
Oh, Nico Armilana. Let's have a little look.
I was thinking about that today, actually.
I can pretty much tell you no, he didn't.
That's
He didn't.
alright.
I'm really sorry, man.
No, that's all right.
Screw that guy, loser. Thank you, Denzel, for the pound. He's a loser. Who needs that?
Although,
Yeah.
when he does get back to us, we'll be delighted.
Yeah, it's brilliant. But yeah, the nails are looking great in. They're looking brilliant, mate.
Thanks, man. They look wicked, don't they? I love it. Bit of
Yeah,
fun,
they're
isn't
looking
it?
brilliant.
Bit of fun.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon. Nice one, man. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
0203 286 6370. It's genuinely my home phone number. You want to be a part of the show, pick up the phone and call it. If you are anywhere else in the world, you can use Skype, TLNA. That stands for The Late Night Alternative, TLNA.
Yeah, we can talk about anything. It can be light stuff. Please don't tell us jokes or poems, but apart from that, anything goes, really.
Flipping eight. Of course. Whoa. There's a Nazi flag on the multicoloured swap shop.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude. Dude.
He was into memorabilia, wasn't he?
ITV was as strong as ever, and the new battleground was to be fought on Saturday mornings. The BBC's opening salvo was his career with Swap Shop.
Possible on the Swap Shop this morning. Just explain. I mean, it's so.
Yeah, let's not go there. Maybe it's a TOS job, that, actually.
Okay. Wow.
But there we have it.
Flipping heck, man. Flipping heck. Nazi flag. My word. 0203 286 6370 is the phone number. Hello, Alistair.
Hello there. You've just jogged some memories because I rang up Noel Edmonds when I was.
You'd have been about
17.
40.
Sorry?
You'd have been about 40.
No, I was 17 years old, and I spoke to Peter Shilton.
Oh, yeah.
He was a goalkeeper, and it was FA Cup final day, and I kept looking to see if.
Alistair,
that's
I'm going to
where we
pause you
got-
there because now I'm getting worried about Nazi memorabilia. So we're going to end the stream. We're going to delete